Hi.
All right, hello beautiful people. It is lovely to see you. I've missed you so very much. Guys, here's the thing, and we'll talk about this a little bit more later, but life has just gotten a little cuckoo bananas. One of those. It's been a little crazy lately. I've been really busy. I've had a lot on my plate, and there's so many videos that I want to film for you guys, so many things I want to do with you, so many things that you guys have requested, so many books I want to talk about, and like I simply as one human just like can't do it all. So I thought over the next couple of days I would just film like one big long vloggy style hangout video where we just go about my day. I talk about these things to you guys when I can. I bring you along. We just hang out. We're just vibing. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I think it'll be a fun new little style of thing, and I'm gonna try it out, and I'd love to hear y'all's feedback. But yeah, first and foremost on our agenda, Don't Worry Darling. Y'all, this feels like a fever dream. It feels really weird. Don't Worry Darling is a new movie that is out. I think everyone in the world at this point has heard about it. It stars Florence Pugh, but it also stars the love of my life, the literal embodiment of love and sunshine, just my favorite human, Harry Styles. He is the star of this movie, and guys, I have been following this movie for so long. Like, it has been years, literally from the very minute Harry was casted in this movie. Like, I have been there for every single update of it, like when they were filming it, like all the behind the scenes, like leading up to it, like every single thing I have been watching. And then there was just a whole slew of drama with it over the last like month. It honestly became a lot, like the amount of DMs that I was addressing, like I actually have any idea what's going on. Like, it was off the rails crazy, and it got to be a lot, but the movie is finally out. It is here. It is out technically tomorrow, but I'm a little bit confused because theaters are already showing it today. Regardless, I got a ticket, and me and my friend Haley, which if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know her well, we are going to see it tonight. So I wanted to bring you guys along. I cannot believe that it is finally here. Like, it's just something that has been in my mind for so long, like literally years. I've been thinking about this movie coming out and thinking about the day that I'll get to see it in the theater. And now that it's here, it just like doesn't feel real. Like, I feel strange about it. Like, I'm very excited for it, but I'm also like a little bit nervous because I just don't know how it's gonna go. Like, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews from critics and stuff, and like, I don't know, Harry's just my little baby. He's my little angel baby. He means the world to me, and so I'm rooting for him always, but I just don't know. I don't know what to expect, but fingers crossed. Regardless, I'm gonna bring you along. We're gonna go watch that tonight. And then me and Haley will probably like give you our thoughts on it. I don't know how it's gonna go, but yeah. So I'm gonna get ready now. I have to film an Instagram reel real quick. A lot of just random things on my plate, but yeah guys, let's hang out. We have arrived and the queen is here.
I'm back.
She is back, baby. Thoughts, feelings, predictions?
I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm excited. I hope this doesn't ruin my week. I don't know. Is that
not the
dramatic?
whole week? No. Okay. I'm worried about my whole month, if we're being honest.
But we're here for Miss Florence Pugh.
Miss Flo.
Obviously.
Miss Flo.
Harry's a side piece in this equation.
You're not wrong.
Oh, that was a side piece in this equation, as if he wasn't a side piece in the equation.
Oh, the actual equation? Okay, that's too much drama.
Rest in peace, Jason.
Let's see how this goes.
Hot take,
We've got the popcorn. This quality's horrible. It looks like it's being filmed on my calculator, but
It projects how I'm currently feeling inside, though.
we quite literally just got out. We haven't said a word about it to each other because we're like, we need to wait.
Are you ready for my commentary?
I feel like I need I'm just gonna say right off the bat, it's one of those movies where I feel like I need several days to process it. You literally can't see us. Hi. Like, it's just one of those movies where I'm like, I'll feel like I left with more questions than answers, and I'm like sitting here trying to process, but go ahead, I'd love your commentary.
Okay, 3 things. At one point, I did get up and go to the bathroom. TMI, but here's what you need to know about that. Literally, while I was in the bathroom, I was like, I don't really want to go back into the theater.
Really?
Yeah. Secondly,
like, you were bored?
No, I just let me hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Secondly, like, I felt physically ill watching the movie. That's why I was kind of like, I don't, like, obviously I'm gonna watch the rest of it, but I was like, literally sitting like this the entire time, like, clenched fists. And this is my last comment and my most important comment.
She has a prepared. Go ahead.
Harry Styles is out here preaching treat people with kindness, and it made me watch that.
Okay, you're not wrong.
It, like, literally that whole entire theater was all like Harry stans, like all
100%, all women.
And like, you did that to your fan base. Like, I personally feel victimized.
I feel a little nauseous.
I feel beyond nauseous.
Yeah. First of all, I think it was very well done. I think it was a good...
it will win awards.
It was a great
Florence
movie.
Pugh is going to win an award.
Florence killed it. I think Harry killed it too. Like, I was not mad. Like, he wasn't like the greatest actor I've ever seen in my entire life, but I thought he did great. Like, especially given what people I feel like have been saying and what I was expecting and fearing. Like, I thought he did really well. Like, I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, the quality of the movie was good. Like, I truly didn't know what was going to happen because it's like, we haven't heard anything about the movie. But I simply never want to see a movie that fits into whatever the genre of that was ever again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of upset that it's now 9:30 p.m. because I feel like I need to see sunlight.
I need to go home and spiral for a little.
Like, I don't know what I'm gonna watch when I get home. Like, it might need to be like the freaking Teletubbies or something. Like, I don't know, bro. But I do not feel okay.
I wish I could say more, but like, I don't want to spoil it at all. But like, I just have so many. It's a very like deep movie. There's definitely like a message to it, and I feel like a whole message about like society in general, and like it's very deep.
Why were girls crying though? Like, people that saw it, like the pre-screening. Why were they crying?
I've avoided like all spoilers and anything like that, so I don't know.
Like, I just don't understand why anyone was crying. And like, I understand people that are like, Harry Styles gave me the ick, but that was beyond an ick. That's like something I don't even know how to describe. That wasn't an ick. Like, it's a visceral
disgust. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna need like to go home and watch Harry Styles dancing around, like doing this little thing 20 times to like purify whatever this saw.
Is. Yeah.
Overall,
I think it was really well done. Good movie. Olivia.
Also, is she okay? Like, honestly,
I don't know. It got me because the whole freaking time I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on, and it was not at all what I thought was going on. Like, literally, if I had like 10 guesses, I wouldn't even have been remotely close, and it shook me. And I feel like I'm not easily shook, so impressed in that way. But
as they say on Big Brother, expect
I just have so many questions. Like, it's one of those freaking movies, and I kind of like these. I like these. I can appreciate it, but it's like left so like you don't get so many answers, and you have so many questions, and you want to know like what happened next and like all this stuff, but
it just felt very like George Orwell-esque.
I honestly think they had imagery of that in the movie, and we'll discuss that because I was thinking the same thing. I feel like they were like psychologically like
smart.
Are you
literature?
I think you are. I think we are. We've been rambling for
AP English
a full 5 minutes. But yeah, my review, I'll probably talk to you guys more about it when I go home. But yeah, we need to actually talk because I'm about to explode. So yeah, talk to you later.
All right, hello guys. It is literally 1 in the morning. Haley and I went back to her room. We got out of that movie at like 7, or wait, no, we went in at 7:30. We probably got home at like 9:30. And we've been literally talking about that movie for so long and analyzing it and reanalyzing it and then just like transitioning it into like talks about life and what that means and like a whole spiral. But I feel like that means it was a good movie. I don't know. It's like we kept talking about it. Cinematically, I would say it was like an 8 out of 10, but it's like enjoyment level and like, would I want to actively see that over and over again? No. I mean, I want to rewatch it already because I'm like, okay, now that I know what I know, I would love to watch it with like that lens. But yeah, overall it was like really, really good and crazy. And Harry, my God, not very TPWK of you, but yeah, it is 1 in the morning and it is Thursday. I have work in the morning from home, so I'm going to go to bed now. Kiwi's over there. We rarely see her in the clips. Hi, Kiwi. Kiwi, hi. So cute. Yeah, I'm going to bed, and then tomorrow I work from home for a half day because we have half day Fridays. So I will show you guys my little half work day from home, and then we'll figure out how to spend the rest of our day. Friday is my favorite day of the week, always. Like, it just feels like my unplugged time, my me time. It's like the start to the weekend. I just love Fridays. I always have since I've been working and out of college. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in the morning. Good night. All right, good morning, guys. It is Friday. I am so tired right now. It's about 8:30, but it's funny, this last week I've been really like attempting to change my life in a way. I've been spreading myself very thin, and I've essentially just not been sleeping. I've always been a person that just like doesn't sleep. I'm very much a night owl. I feel the most like creative at the night time, and like I am never asleep before 2 a.m. ever, like in my entire life. It just doesn't happen. And so I've been very used to getting like 4 hours of sleep a night, which when I say it out loud, it sounds crazy, but it was what I was used to. Like, it was just, I don't know. But this past week, I've made it like a point that I'm gonna be in bed. I'm gonna turn the lights off by midnight. And so I did that all this week so far. And last night was the first night that I was asleep by about 2. And now this morning, like, I'm feeling it. Like, I can feel the difference. I don't know why. I never thought like a couple hours would make a difference, but obviously it will. Like, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, I'm feeling it this morning, but I'm about to get re-energized with my life force. Not sponsored, but honestly should be. Please, G Fuel, hit me up. Fun fact about Nikki, I don't drink coffee, like not really. I mean, I can drink coffee. Like, I do sometimes if it's like I'm out with friends and we're really vibing and it's Christmas time and I'm like, give me an eggnog latte. But on a regular basis, like, I'm just not a big coffee gal. TBH, it really hurts my stomach a lot every time I drink it, and I don't like love the taste of it. Like, I like a fancy coffee drink, but just like on a regular basis, it's just not my thing. Like, I honestly don't get the hype. Sorry, hot take, but I'm just not a coffee gal. I know that's like blasphemous for a reader to like not be a coffee gal, but I am not. So I drink this G Fuel stuff in the morning instead. I have a bunch of different flavors, but this one is my personal favorite of the ones I've tried. It's snow cone flavor, and this is like, if you don't know, this is like an energy powder that's marketed towards gamers. I am not a gamer, but whatever. It's just a sugar-free little powder that has as much caffeine in it as like a large coffee. So I'll drink 1, maybe 2 of these a day if I'm feeling cuckoo bananas. Hold on, let me get some water. Yep, there we go. I just mix it up in my little Scoops Ahoy cup that I got from the Stranger Things pop-up shop here in Dallas. It's a perfect little size, but yeah, this is what gets me going in the morning. This is my little startup. But yeah, guys, I'm procrastinating. I have a lot of work I have to get done this morning, actually, in these next few hours. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'll check in with you guys in a bit. All right, hello guys. We're in my bathroom and the lighting is genuinely offensive. Like, I look like a corpse. That's a little better. Just a shadow on my face. I don't know what that's scary. I'm sorry. It's like 12:30 and I'm done with work and I need to run a couple of errands. Well, not really a couple. I just need to go to the grocery store. I literally have not had food in my fridge for like this entire week. I went home to Houston last weekend, and anytime I do that, anytime I go anywhere or I do anything and like I throw off my like grocery mojo, like the timing of things and like when they go bad and stuff, I just like, I lose it and I just can't, like, I can't make myself go to the grocery store again. So I've been eating like the random like cans of soup and stuff that are in my fridge or in my pantry, and I need to stop. So I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's, but I think I'm gonna go on a little walk first because it is a lovely day and It is like the first day and I can't tell you how long that it is lower than 90 degrees in Texas. It's like 83 right now. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for a little walk and then I'm gonna go to the grocery store. My air conditioning in this bathroom is like so loud, so I'm sorry if that's annoying you, but I'm gonna put a little makeup on so I don't scare the patrons at Trader Joe's. This lighting, genuinely. Okay, welcome to my Vogue video. Very professional of me. Let's put our hair up in some little clips so it's out of my face. I don't know if you guys care about this, but regardless, 'tis what we're doing. Okay, so first I do my little CeraVe moisturizer. I've had that same bottle for like a year. Just put that all over my dry, crusty face. Then sunscreen, very important. I get very lazy about this step. Like, I've been pretty consistent with it lately, but I just like, I don't know. I need to buy more because I'm almost out. Little SPF action. Okay, then while that is drying, literally this lighting couldn't be worse. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a broken record, but like, why am I even doing this? Because you can't even see what's going on. Like, genuinely, what is the point? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna step out of here and all of a sudden you're gonna be like, oh my God, you're alive. Like, I can see. It was fun to just hear your commentary about nothing because we can't see it happening, but okay. There we go. Alas. I have eyebrows now. I didn't mention, but this is, I think, the Maybelline Express Brow in medium brown. It works. Honestly, I struggle with my eyebrows because like I have red hair, but I never like when my eyebrows are like too red. I always kind of like them like a little darker than my hair. So I haven't found my like perfect eyebrow shade yet, but that's just what I'm currently going with. Now some concealer. This is another step I get lazy on and half the time I just don't do, but we're gonna do it today. A little, can you even see what's going on? A little under the eyes, a little in the corner. I just want to say a little anecdote. I've been meaning to make a video about this for a while and talk about it. You guys might know, if you've been watching me for a while, you might have noticed a drastic change in my skin. This is a thing that I am so insecure about and I don't even like talking about. Like, literally when I get comments on my old videos, like it makes me cringe going back and like having to even play a few seconds of the video just to like get into the comments, because y'all, when I started my channel, I was going through it. I mean, I've had acne and acne issues like kind of my entire life, as long as I can remember. But for some reason, my face decided to just freak out and be the worst it had ever been. Once I hit my mid-20s, like my skin was just horrible. Like, I had really bad cystic acne and I was just obsessive about it. Okay, Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. It's like a tinted moisturizer. I just obsessively had to, like, it was bad. It was cystic acne that like I had to pop because it was like gross whiteheads and I couldn't let them sit on my face. So my face was constantly just like torn up and I would just get more and more acne and I was literally miserable. Like, I can't even explain how depressed and miserable I was. Like, I didn't like to talk to anybody. I hated the days going into the office. Like, I wouldn't look anybody in the eye because I was so self-conscious of how bad my skin was. Like, it was just my biggest insecurity in the whole world. Like, I literally was like, I can never go anywhere in my entire life without makeup on, much less like sit here on YouTube without makeup on my face. But I got on a beautiful little medication called Accutane and it changed my entire life. And literally the minute I got on it, my acne just went away, which like I have tried everything under the sun, every medication, every single skincare routine, literally nothing worked for me. But I got on Accutane and it was a rough 6 months. It's a long, strenuous process with a lot of side effects and it was rough, but honestly, like, so worth it. It went by so fast. Like, 6 months really isn't that long and I've just like never had acne since. So now like it's literally changed my whole life. Like, I just, the confidence having clear skin gives you is amazing, and it's something that I try to regularly remind myself of because I feel like I got used to it really quickly and I have to kind of like put myself in check and be like, bitch, remember a year ago when your skin was a wreck and you literally didn't want to leave your house? I mean, not that I leave my house that much now, but I'm like, you need to appreciate when things happen. Like, I feel like I'm very much a person that I always say, like, once this thing happens for me, like, I'll be happy. Or like, if my life was just different in this one way, like, everything would change. And for the longest time, I literally told myself, like, if I just had clear skin, like if my skin was just clear, like everything would change. Like I would be the happiest person ever. I would never complain about anything. And then like magically my skin cleared up and I appreciated it for like 5 seconds. And now I'm like, hey, what's next? And we need to not do that. Like we need to appreciate when things happen for us, when things change for us. Like obviously clear skin isn't everything, but like it's your face. It's something that like people see all the time. It's, you know, it's a very big deal and it's very like taxing to not like your face. So anyways, I don't know what the point of this was. I'm just here to say, if you've ever considered getting on Accutane, but you were like afraid of it or not sure, or like, I just have social anxiety of like going to a doctor because I always think I'm gonna go to them and they're gonna say like, you're an idiot. Like, your back hurts? No, it doesn't. Like I always thought I was gonna go to a dermatologist and they were gonna be like, your skin isn't even bad. Like what? Like, have you seen yourself? Like, you don't need Accutane. Why would you even ask for that? When in reality, like, my skin was like, I know there's plenty of people with like worse skin, but like my skin was bad. Like when I look at my old videos, like I cannot believe, like I knew it was bad, but now that like I've been through it, I'm like, oh my God, it was so bad. But anyways, don't be afraid to look for help. Don't be afraid to look for treatments. If there's something you're insecure about, like there's probably a solution for it. That's all I'm here to say. Anyways, what's next? Let's do a little bronzer. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I've been using this shit for like, I don't even know, since high school. A long time. She's good enough. She's at Target. All I really need. Honestly, I just use it as eyeshadow at this point because like, I don't have time. Also, this was a Milani cream blush. Sorry, didn't point that out. In the shade Cheek Kiss. Cheek Kiss. Yeah, okay. I'm not a beauty guru, guys. I'm trying. Okay, this was a product I bought because I'm a dork. Def Leppard came out with like a little mini line of makeup because they're on tour right now. And like, I love Def Leppard. Like, I'm a sucker for any like classic rock band from the 80s, and Def Leppard is one of my favorites. So when I saw this in Ulta, I was like, I need it. It's just this little like eyeshadow stick. Is it like in a certain shade? Because I know somebody's gonna ask. There's no information on here. I'm sorry. It's like a brown glittery one. I really like it. It's like simple. I really liked it to put like on my lower lash line because I don't really do anything down there, so I feel like it gives me like a little definition. IDK. Maybe I just look emo, but okay, some mascara. Gonna curl my eyelashes, acting like it actually does anything when I don't really think it does. I feel like it's just placebo effect, and I'm telling myself because I did it that my eyelashes are now curly. I'm literally the worst at mentioning products. Perversion mascara by Urban Decay. This has been my like tried and true mascara. I've used this for literally ever. I'll switch to something else for like a year or two, and then I always come back to it and I'm like, yeah, that's my favorite. And then finish off with a little Glossier Boy Brow Auburn brow gel that I'm literally out of, and I'm just like telling myself it's doing something because I don't want to buy another one. But this is definitely like the money maker. Like if I can have like one product, this one for sure. And then the other one, we'll walk in here, my lip product. I've had quite a few people ask me what I use on my lips. Like I've gotten DMs and stuff about it. And my favorite lipstick, oh, okay, we're in the dark. I'm really good at this vlogging thing, aren't I? Hi, I sat you down in the living room. This is my favorite lipstick ever. It is, let me just wipe the grime off my lips. Clinique Almost Lipstick in Black Honey. Like it looks super dark, like it looks crazy, but it's just like a little tint. Like it's really buildable. So it's almost just like, I feel like this is just one of those like your lips but better sort of products, which I really appreciate because I don't know, a lot of times I love like a red lipstick if I'm like going out and being like super cute and fancy, but like if I'm not, like I just prefer this for every day because I just feel like a super colorful like pink lipstick. I have a really hard time with like pinks and nudes. Like they never look right on me because I have a really like neutral skin tone, so it's either like too orangey or too cool tone and I look dead. So this is my little happy medium. But yeah, was this fun? I feel like this has been like a 15-minute clip. I don't know. I'm gonna go walking now and I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's, so let's go. Okay, we're switching to phone cam. Hi sir, am I bothering you? We're on the move, so we're switching to phone cam. If you know what this is, I love you. Yes, I'm psychotic, but you know, I just love it. The Summer I Turned Pretty and Conrad Fisher have just stayed like occupying my brain. I haven't read the books yet. I know you're gonna ask. I haven't, and honestly, I don't want to because I've heard a lot of people say like they don't really like them, and the show is just so good that like, I'm fine. I'll just wait. I don't know. Tell me if I should read them, but I've generally heard from people my age that like, it's not the move and it's more for like young teens. I don't know. Anyways, this is my little fit check. Is it cute? I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna work. What do you think, bub? Oh, you are so handsome. You are just so handsome. What am I supposed to do with you? Okay, I'm going. I'll stop procrastinating. Hello guys, I am back. I thought I would do a fun little Trader Joe's haul for you. I'm sorry if you don't care, but I just thought this would be fun. This is one of my favorite things to like watch on TikTok. I love Trader Joe's hauls, but I just need to say first, y'all, my body hurts. My little hot girl walk turned into like a sweaty pig walk within 5 seconds. It was way hotter than I thought it was gonna be, and I walked for like 45 minutes, so I'm a little tired. Also, I did something interesting this week. I joined a little adult volleyball league all by myself. I went and did that on Wednesday. Just like trying to get out, make some friends, be a little active, get out of my apartment, whatnot. I played volleyball like all throughout junior high and high school. I played very competitively in high school. I was on a club team that traveled around. Like, I was pretty good at one point. Like, it was something that I really loved. I thought I was gonna play in college. Plans changed, whatever. So it was really fun to get back into it and do it, but like, let me just say, these muscles and bones are not the same muscles and bones that I had at age 17. Like, I'm 25 now, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, I went up to hit a ball, and like, I felt every ligament in my back, like diagonally, just like tear. Like, I knew I was gonna be sore, but maybe I was just like I was just so high from the experience of like having such a good time there that yesterday I wasn't sore at all. And I was like, this isn't right. Like, why am I not sore? And it all hit me today. Like, muscles I didn't know I had, like, hurt. Like, there's a muscle right here and it's so sore, and I think it's from like this motion. And just like all throughout my arms, legs, everywhere, like my feet, like the tops of my feet, whatever those muscles are, like they're sore, I don't know. But I guess that's a good sign, because that means like I did some hard work, I guess. And I don't know, I'm very excited to be playing volleyball again. That's a fun little thing going on in my life. I just thought I'd share with you guys. Anyways, you wanna see what I got from Trader Joe's? Because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make tacos this week, so got some taco shells. There's not really gonna be any rhyme or reason to this because I'm just going in the order of the bag, so sorry. Oh, here's my ground turkey that I'm going to make my tacos with. I got for a little sweet treat some mango cream bars. I haven't tried these before, but I love anything like dreamsicle or creamsicle-esque, so I'm sure I'll like them. This will probably be my lovely dinner tonight. This is one of my favorite things at Trader Joe's right now. It's this cauliflower pizza with pepperoni, like olives, peppers. It's very good, and it's better for you. It's not like healthy, but like I feel like it's a better option, and I don't even notice that it tastes like cauliflower, so for me that's a win. A little fall festive moment. I got some pumpkin ravioli. Ravioli is like one of my favorite food groups. Like, there's always some of it in my fridge because I just love it. Got some turkey breast. I have a sandwich for lunch like every single day, especially during the week. It is just like my thing, and you might think like, ooh, a sandwich, gross. No, I make killer sandwiches. I have it down, like a very specific method for how I make my sandwiches. I'll probably show you guys sometime, but yeah, anyways. Turkey for that, and then I got some gumdrops grapes. These, I don't know how they're natural, but they taste like candy. They taste like gumdrops. They're so good, like delicious. I got a singular bell pepper because I actually learned this trick from Dove Cameron. I like cut this up and I use it almost as like chips. Like, I dip it in salsa, and it's so good. I mean, it's so much better for you than chips, and also like it gives you that crunch. Like, genuinely, I just like it, and I'm one of those people that I just try to find little random healthy alternatives wherever I can, because like I like to eat junk food. So I'm like, if I can do something like this and sub out a few chips a week, that's a win for me. Speaking of chips, because like I normally always like I have that like that salsa snack, like that's one of my snacks like during the week, but like because I'm doing tacos this week, it's like I had to get some actual chips too, so I have like a few chips on the side with my tacos, you know, like, so these are the salsa verde chips from Trader Joe's, another one of my absolute favorite things. So good. Here's my bread, wheat grain, something like that, that I use for my sandwiches. I like how big it is. And then some spinach for my sandwiches, and then I also make like omelets and stuff with this. I mean, you can use spinach for a lot of things, obviously. Some eggs, very exciting. Haven't tried these before. Another new fun thing, olive and herb mixed nuts. They just look good. Fun little salty snack I thought I would try out. I really like their everything bagel nut mix pack, so just switching it up. I got some limes. I just put this like in my water, and then I'm gonna make like a crema for my tacos because I'm very fancy. I'm gonna put like taco seasoning, lime juice, and some other things. I just make up these sauces. Like it's like a thing I've started doing in the last few months, where I just take Greek yogurt and I put some sort of like lemon or lime juice, and then just I have a million seasonings in my pantry, so I just like put a combination of things until it tastes like something good, and it usually comes out okay. So I'm gonna use that for that purpose. And then, oh, I got this little corn and chili salsa. Corn and chile, sorry. And then I got some black beans. Figured I'd mix that together to put on my tacos. And then just some jalapenos. I put these on my like sandwiches during the week, hot and sweet. I also just kind of eat them as a snack because I love them. Then lastly, I got a can of turkey chili that will just go in my pantry for whenever I want a lazy meal, because I love a chili. I love a soup moment, and turkey, it makes me feel like it's a little healthier. Yeah, that was my Trader Joe's haul. Was that interesting? I don't know. Happy Friday night.
Cheers.
We're having a little pizza party like crazy animals and watching Back to the Future Part 3. I haven't seen this one yet. It is allegedly the best.
Okay, it's my favorite.
She's like, let me explain.
But it's definitely a hot take, okay?
Okay. I'm intrigued.
But it's a good movie.
The first two did not disappoint, so we shall see. But party animals tonight. Okay, hello friends. It is the late hours of the evening. It's like 10:30 now. Haley left. We watched Back to the Future. It was a good time. Ate some pizza, but I've been reading Angelika Frankenstein Makes Her Match like the last few days, and I got through a decent amount of it today. I'm pretty impressed with this book just because if you guys know me, you know The Hating Game by Sally Thorne is my favorite rom-com ever, and Sally Thorne has only written, this will be her 4th book now that she's published. I've read 99% Mine, and I made a whole video on it, so I won't go into it here, but that book was like awful. Like it was I think it was the worst book I attempted to read all year. I don't know what it was. It was her 2nd book after writing The Hating Game, and it just, I can't even explain like how bad it was. And like, I'm not even trying to like just be mean and saying that. It felt like an absolute fever dream reading it. Nothing about it made any sense. Plot wise, dialogue wise, character wise, like it just was so weird. And so I haven't read her 3rd book, Second First Impressions, yet, but I haven't heard great reviews on that one either. So I knew when I heard this was coming out, I was like, okay, this is like a retelling of Frankenstein. It's about like if Victor Frankenstein were to have a younger sister, and like she works with Victor in their laboratory and stuff, and they live alone in this mansion, and she, you know, is 24, which during the time of like 18 whatever, like the 1800s, like that's well past marrying age, and she hasn't found her man yet because she is like a weird girl because she's into like science and just isn't living the life of a normal young girl. Like she's super wealthy and has like all this inheritance, and then like is into science and is super smart and like works with her brother all the time. And so she's just like desperate to have a husband. So it's about her making her match. So like Victor is making his Frankenstein like man. And she is like putting together her perfect match. They find people like at the morgue that are dead, and she finds this corpse that she just like falls in love with. Like, he's just the most perfect man she's ever seen, and she like uses his head and like attaches a bunch of other random body parts to him and like makes him come to life. And honestly, it's a very like weird book. It's very weird and quirky and strange, but like I love the vibes, especially like around Halloween. Like, it's really, really good so far. Like, I'm about this far through, and I mean, I like it. I do still feel, I don't know what it is with Sally Thorne's writing since The Hating Game. Like, she has like this weird awkwardness to her writing, and like I don't know how else to explain it besides calling it awkward. It's like her character development or like their relationship development in 99% Mine, like it just doesn't make sense. Like, the flow doesn't make sense, and a lot of times like conversations and dialogue don't make a lot of sense, and she's admitted that she has a really hard time writing dialogue. Like, it's the hardest part for her. So it's like I can see a hint of that in this book, but like for the most part it is a million times better than 99% Mine. Like, I genuinely have enjoyed it, and it kind of sucked me in, and it's been a fun, cute, like quirky little read. Like, it's very different than anything she's written for sure, and just, I don't know, it's a good like Halloween book so far. Like, I'm very, very happy. I was afraid it was gonna be awful, and I haven't felt that way at all. I'm really interested to see where it goes, because like a big part of this story is that the guy, like whenever he woke up, like after she brought him back to life, like he doesn't have any memories, but he has this like desire, even though he's like attracted to Angelika, he has this like desire to find out who he was in his past life, and like he's alive again now, so he's like, was I married? Like, what did I do? Like, he has like talents and things, like he knows how to like read and write, like he knows names of plants, like there's things that he knows, so it's like they have clues as to like what kind of person he was, but like he just doesn't know his name or his identity or where he's from or anything like that. So she's like attempting to help him figure out his former self, but obviously is like in love with him, so she doesn't want him to know his former self. She just wants him to marry her and love her, and I don't know, there's like a lot to it, but yeah, it's a cute little moment so far. I don't know, I'll let you guys know in my monthly wrap up how I feel towards the end of it. But while I have you guys here, and while we're talking about books, there is a book that I just like need to talk to you about, because it has not left my brain since I read it. I actually listened to the audiobook of it about a week or two ago, and I think it's my favorite book of the year. Like, I genuinely think so. It's one of my new just favorite books. Like, I connected to it on such a deep level, to a point that honestly it gave me a bit of like a breakdown spiral, because I connected so much to the main character in this story, and like the way she is, and the way I feel like she's very much like misunderstood by people. Like, I just felt for her so much. Anyways, the book is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid literally at this point for me is just like an auto by author. Her audiobooks, especially, like most of her books I have like listened to actually rather than reading. Like, some of them I've read, some of them I've listened to, then gone back and read, just because her audiobooks are so well done. They're usually narrated by Julia Whalen, who is my favorite audiobook narrator that I've listened to. This book in particular, Julia Whalen wasn't the main narrator, but she was a part of it. Anyways, her audiobooks are great, but this book, regardless, aside from the audiobook-ness of it, it was just so good. Essentially, if you have read Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, you probably have heard the name Carrie Soto. Like, that's probably why it's familiar to you. She makes a little cameo appearance in Malibu Rising. And so when she first popped up in that book, I was very intrigued by her. Like, she kind of had this whole little mini moment in it where she appeared and she like made a whole scene, and then she like disappeared. Like, she wasn't a main character in it. And I remember thinking like, that girl was interesting. So when Taylor Jenkins Reid announced, like however long ago it was, you know, several months back, that okay, she's writing an entire book about Carrie Soto, I was like, I absolutely must read that. So Carrie Soto in this world, in this story, is basically the best, most famous tennis player that has ever lived. She's this Argentinian American girl that basically her father played tennis growing up, and he was really good. He's really good with like technique and all this stuff, but like he just didn't go very far. He had injuries. Like, it just like wasn't in his path to, you know, continue to go on further. But he came to America from Argentina. He met Carrie's mother, and then they had Carrie, and he like made it his mission literally straight out the womb. He's like, you are going to be the greatest tennis player that ever lived. Like, I just know it, like it's in your destiny. And so literally from the moment she could like walk, he taught her to play tennis and all this stuff. And so she's the greatest tennis player that ever lived. And what is so cool and interesting about this story is that it actually opens up, and this is just something that Taylor Jenkins Reid does so well. Like, she has such an interesting flow to her stories. Like, she jumps around in timelines and it just keeps you like so interested and invested. Like, I just don't feel like anyone does this the way that she does. But the story literally opens up and Carrie Soto is 37 years old. She's been retired from tennis for 5 years now, and her dad are at this like tennis championship game, and they are watching Nikki Chan play, who is this British tennis player, and she is currently 1 Grand Slam away from tying Carrie's record of like the best tennis player that ever lived, like the most Grand Slams, whatever. Like, Carrie has had 20 Grand Slam championships and Nikki has had 19. And so they're literally watching this game, this championship game, and if she wins it, like, she is tying Carrie's record. And they're literally sitting there like, well, what if she ties it? Like, how are you gonna feel? Like, this has been everything to Carrie her entire life, like tennis and being the best, like it is everything to her, and she can't like imagine a life where she's not the best tennis player that has ever lived, because it's all she's ever worked for. Like, anyways, so literally Nikki wins it, she ties her record, and her dad are like, I can't let her have this. Like, this is my record, this is my legacy. Like, she essentially decides she's going to come back. She's going to, after 5 years of being retired, now 37 years old, she's going to come back and play tennis this year because she wants to get her record back from Nikki Chan. So we see this happen, and then from there, we jump back to the past and we see like Carrie growing up. Like, we see her mother and father meet, like their little story. We see her father like coaching her from the very beginning of being a child. We see her like growth path, how she went into like juniors tennis and how she was quickly like one of the best, and how like hard her dad was on her, but mostly how hard she was on herself. Like, literally nothing was ever enough. Like, she just had to be the best. Like, she just had such high expectations of herself, and literally if she lost any time, like, it's just like it wasn't good enough, like it's not acceptable. And she was just so determined to be the best. Like, that is all she's ever wanted to be. I mean, her dad ingrained it in her from early on, but like for her, like this is everything to her. Like, she has to be the best tennis player ever. And so whatever, we see her like go on, we see her whole career, we see her like get her Grand Slams, whatever. And then we see when she ultimately, like, a lot happens, but like a whole lot, but ultimately she does, you know, kind of get like a little injury, she retires, whatever. Like, her career just naturally kind of comes to an end, and at that time, like, she's the best player that's ever lived, and like nobody can argue with that. So we go from there to now jumping back present day to where she is now starting over from scratch, training to attempt to win her record back this year. There's 4 like championships that she has the opportunity to play at, that she's going to try to get her record back, keeping in mind that like if Nikki wins another championship, that puts her one back again, whatever. Like, so you just see this journey of Carrie Soto and her life, and like how this thing has meant so much to her that she sacrificed like everything else, including like friends, relationships, just like time. Like, literally nothing else mattered but tennis. And like, to her, it's like, if she wasn't the best at something, like what was she? Like, if she wasn't the best, like what was she worth? Like, you just see how much it meant to her, and how like she doesn't know who she is when she's not like putting everything she has into her dream and into this thing that she loves. Like, and Carrie, honestly, like something I haven't even mentioned yet is like, she is a total like bitch, or at least that's how she comes off. Like, literally she has like a nickname as like the battle axe, and like everyone in private calls her like Carrie Soto the bitch, because she's just ruthless. Like, she comes off as ruthless and she comes off as heartless, but it's like she's just so laser focused on her goals and her, you know, what she wants. And it's like, anyone that gets in the way of that, anything that can be a distraction, like she doesn't have time for. And I just felt for Carrie so much. Like, I could just understand in such a like weird, deep way, like how hard she was on herself. Like, you know, just feeling so passionately that like she has a purpose and like this is what she's supposed to do, and just feeling that wholeheartedly and wanting it, and like the idea of that being taken away, or the idea that it can one day be taken away, and just the concept of getting older and like people always being better than you and not even knowing like what is really the definition of the best, what is the definition of success, like what really makes you happy at the end of the day. Like so many themes were in this book that just like spoke to my soul so deeply. Like I cried multiple times. I'm also like a sucker in general for sports. Like I cry at sports all the time. Like it's something that just hits me when people like accomplish things, especially like physically. I don't know what it is, but like sports have always made me cry. And if you were like a sucker for sports and you love, like you get emotional watching sports, like I promise you, like this book made me cry several times. Like it was just so good. And I think it's my Daisy Jones and the Six was like everything to me. I couldn't imagine Taylor Jenkins Reid could write a better book, but like this is my new favorite book of hers. I think I can wholeheartedly say like it spoke to me. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. I haven't had time to film full-blown book reviews recently. Like I don't know. I feel like I'll talk to you guys more about that tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to, it was on my mind, it's been on my mind, so I just wanted to chat about it and tell you guys to go and read it. And I highly recommend reading the audio or listening to the audiobook if you can, because it's just really well done. Like there's little parts put in where it's like news channels like talking about Carrie Soto and what's happening, and like announcers like announcing the sports games. Like there's just so many cool aspects of the audiobook, and like her dad is in it, and like they like just the different voices and stuff. It was just really, really well done. But I'm sure the book like itself is great as well, but I'm just saying the audiobook is really well done. But yeah, it is late. I'm gonna read some more, maybe do some writing, I don't know, but I will talk to you guys in the morning. Okay guys, good morning. I have written for a few hours. I've been chilling. I just like don't feel great this morning. I ate that pizza yesterday and I ate like half that bag of chips, and I just feel so puffy and like gross. Also, like I washed my hair literally yesterday and it's already greasy. Like for what? It's just, and then I tried to like attempt to half straighten it because it felt so gross, and now I just feel grosser and I just feel icky. But you know, I feel like it's accurate for like the conversation I'm about to have with you guys, because the whole point of this video is to just be a more chill, real, honest video. And honestly, I haven't been too honest with you guys recently. And I feel like my whole purpose of having this channel from the beginning was to be a place where I was totally just like myself and honest, and didn't think about what I was saying on here, and was just super open with you guys. Like it was supposed to be my little comfy place, and it is, do not get me wrong, but like y'all, I've been going through it. Like the last few weeks, the last month, you probably haven't even noticed, but I haven't uploaded on YouTube in 11 days, and that has been the longest time that I have gone without uploading a video since I started this channel. I broke is the simple way to put it. I have just always been very hard on myself for as long as I can remember. There's just a lot of things in my life that I want to achieve, want to accomplish, want to do. And I have always, even from like a young age, I've just had this like ticking clock in the back of my mind, feeling like my time is running out, like I'm just getting older and like life is just gonna pass me by and I'm gonna wake up one day and be like, you didn't achieve anything. Like it's just this weird mental thing that I've had forever. And you know, I have a lot of things that I'm passionate about, and the three main things in my life, my three main sort of hobbies, passions, if you will, is writing, reading, and this YouTube channel. And those three things I put a lot of time into because I love them and I value them, and it's like what I love doing with my life. But I've just been expecting too much of myself. I moved to Dallas like 2 months ago now from Houston because, simply put, I was spending all my time alone. I was so focused on all of those passions, and you know, living in Houston, I didn't really have any friends there anyway, so it wasn't a problem. But I literally was like going to work and then I was coming home and I was just reading, writing, or doing YouTube, and that's all I was doing all the time. Like every couple weeks I would go see my parents or something, but like I was just doing that 24/7, and I was kind of getting into like a dark place where I was spending so much time alone. And I'm like, okay, your lease is coming up, you need to make a change. Like you love going to Dallas, like that's a fun way and place to get away to, like one of your best friends is here, like move to Dallas. And so I did, and it's been great. This is not me saying it hasn't been great. Like I love being around Haley, I love being in the city, I love the city, but it's like I've had this drastic life change now where I have spent so much time alone, and now I live in the same building as a friend that, like, just like last night, you know, Haley like pops over and it's like, okay, we have like a spontaneous movie night, or we decide to go get dinner or something. And like that hadn't been happening in my life. And it's like I had gotten to a place where I was so hard on myself and I was expecting so much of myself. Like, and when I say that, I mean every single day. It's like I wake up and I'm like, you need to read 100 pages, you need to write a chapter, you need to every other day be uploading a YouTube video. Like I have consistently been uploading 2 to 3 YouTube videos for like over a year now on this channel, which, like, if you count up the time that takes, that's like a full part-time job. Like I've been spending like 12 hours a week simply like making and uploading YouTube videos. That does not count the time it takes me to read books that I'm reviewing. That does not count like my writing time. That does not count any other time I need to just simply relax. And on top of that, I work a full-time job, y'all, like a full-time corporate marketing job. And yeah, you know, I've just been so used to going 100 miles an hour for so long now that when I moved here and like my life switched up, my schedule switched up, I added another thing to my life, which is like being social and hanging out with a friend on a regular basis. I just like fell apart. Like I had a really rough week a week or two ago where work was really intense. Like I had a really hard week at work where I was working late nights, and it cut into like the rest of my schedule. I wasn't able to read as much. I wasn't able to upload a video. I was going out of town to spend time with some friends and family for like 3 days. And I was so immensely stressed that I was not ahead on YouTube videos and that I hadn't read that much that week that like I just was feeling like a complete failure, and I literally had like a mental breakdown. And you know, like I should not be having a mental breakdown because I'm going to spend 3 days with my friends and family. Like that, like I don't know what's wrong with me and I don't know why I'm like that, but I just like, I feel like I'm failing. I just feel like I'm failing, and it's all myself. Like I've always been the hardest on myself. It is always like I am my biggest critic. Like I just don't know why I'm like this, but yeah. It's been a rough few weeks, and I kind of had to have like a come to Jesus meeting and just realize that like I'm being too hard on myself and I'm expecting too much of myself, and simply I cannot expect to make a video talking about reviewing every single book that I read. Like I have been doing that for a year and a half now, and I just can't do that pace anymore, y'all. Like as much as it took so long, like days and days and days of me to realize like, you just can't do that anymore. Like, and this isn't to say that I'm like never gonna do another book review. I'm going to do book reviews. Like, do not worry if there are new releases, if there's highly requested things, if there's a book that like I really love, like of course I'm gonna do book reviews, but I just can't like dedicate a full video to every single book that I read anymore. So I'm just trying to switch things up, guys. Like I promise, like most of you, if I wouldn't have talked about this, you probably wouldn't even have noticed, you wouldn't even have cared. I'm not going anywhere. Like I love this channel with my whole heart and soul. I put so much time and effort and love into it, and I love you guys. Like, you make my entire day every time you comment, slide into my DMs, like all the things. Like, I love this channel, but I'm just saying I need to like pivot a little bit, and I need to try some new things that, you know, some longer videos that I can post all together. Like this video, this is very different than anything I've ever done on this channel before. It was like a vlog and a book review together, and a lot of just talking to you guys. And honestly, a lot of you like guys have asked for stuff like this. A lot of you constantly tell me like you love my vlogs, but I've been so invested in like I have to post a book review like every other day, but like I haven't had time to do vlogs. Like, it's just, I think this will be a good thing. I know this will be a good thing, and like, do not worry, I'm not going anywhere, and this will be a fun little adventure with you guys. And I love to keep evolving. I love to see this channel evolving, and I don't know, I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys liked this, and I thank you for letting me be honest and open with you guys as always. But yeah, y'all, that was kind of like a sad ending to a fun little video, but I don't mean for it to be sad. I just, again, want to be honest with you guys and transparent. And I just want to remind you that if you ever have looked at me and thought like I have it all together and like I just like boss bitch all the time 24/7, like, it's a lie. It's not true. We all go through shit, and I have a habit of constantly comparing myself to others and thinking like they're doing so great and I'm doing like awful. Like, no, we're all going through it all the time, and just remember that. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I will talk to you very soon with another video. We'll see what it is. I don't know. I'm living life day by day right now because I simply have to. I gotta make writing a priority because that is my dream, that is my love, and I promise I'll tell you guys more about what I've been writing very soon. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.